Men over 60, listen carefully. Do you know that nearly 7 out of 10 men your age already have prostate enlargement, and most of them don't even realize it until it steals their sleep, their energy, and even their confidence as a man? The scary part is this: almost no doctor tells you that 3 simple daily habits, free, natural, and proven by science, could slow down that process or even reverse many symptoms. And if you don't learn them now, you could face years of frustration that were completely preventable. I'm Dr. Jennifer Morgan, a urologist with over 25 years of experience helping men improve circulation, protect their prostate, and restore vitality naturally. Over the decades, I've treated thousands of men in their 50s, 60s, and 70s who came to me with the same complaints: weak stream, restless nights from bathroom trips, constant fatigue, and the quiet fear that they were losing control of their health as men. Here's what I want you to know right away: these symptoms are not just aging, they are not something you have to simply accept. And you are not powerless. The prostate may be small, about the size of a walnut, but its influence is enormous. It sits just beneath your bladder, wrapped around your urethra, and it plays a crucial role in your urinary function and reproductive health. For most of your life, you probably never gave it much thought. But after 60, hormonal changes, especially shifts in testosterone, and its byproducts trigger the prostate to grow. This growth is called benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. By age 60, around 60% of men develop it. By age 70, the number rises closer to 70%. For some, the changes are mild, but for many, they're disruptive. The struggle to start urination. A weak, frustrating stream. That nagging feeling your bladder never fully empties. And the most exhausting of all those constant nighttime awakenings that rob you of deep, healing sleep. Now here's the truth: most men never hear. These symptoms are not inevitable. According to research from the Mayo Clinic and the NIH, there are natural evidence-based strategies that can dramatically improve prostate health. And today, I'm going to share 3 of the most powerful ones with you. These aren't theories or internet rumors. They're daily habits, small adjustments in how you hydrate, how you move, and how you care for intimacy that can make a life-changing difference. And I'll promise you this: at least one of them will surprise you. So stay with me. In the next few minutes, we'll begin with something so simple you might overlook it every day, the way you drink water. Done wrong, it inflames your prostate and wrecks your sleep. Done right, it can cut nighttime trips to the bathroom in half. Let's dive in. Let's start with the first daily habit that most men get wrong: hydration. Now I know what you might be thinking. Dr. Morgan, everyone knows drinking water is important. And yes, that's true. But here's the shocking part: most men over 60 actually hydrate in a way that makes their prostate symptoms worse. Here's why. As we age, our sense of thirst weakens. Many men simply don't feel thirsty the way they used to, so they go hours, sometimes half a day, without drinking. Then late in the evening, they suddenly realize they're dehydrated. What do? They chug a large glass or 2 of water right before bed. At first glance, that sounds responsible, catching up on fluids. But in reality, it's one of the worst things you can do for your prostate. Why? Because dehydration during the day leads to concentrated urine. Instead of being light and clear, your urine becomes dark and dense, packed with salts, irritants, and toxins. And concentrated urine does 2 harmful things at once. 1. It irritates your bladder. 2. It inflames your prostate. Imagine pouring strong coffee into a delicate filter all day long. That constant irritation builds up, and over time your bladder and prostate become more sensitive, more swollen, and less able to function smoothly. A study published in the Journal of Urology found that men who drank less than 1.5 liters of water daily reported more severe urinary symptoms, urgency, weak stream, and frequent nighttime trips than those who consumed 2 to 3 litres spread evenly through the day. And here's the encouraging part. When those men improved their hydration habits, their symptoms decreased significantly in just a few weeks. I'll give you a real-world example. One of my patients, Robert, age 67, came to me exhausted. He was waking up 4 or 5 times a night, dragging himself through the day. His first question was whether he needed surgery, but when I asked about his water habits, he admitted he barely drank during the day, then filled 2 big glasses at night. We made one simple change: front-load his hydration in the morning and afternoon, and taper off after dinner. Within a month, Robert was waking up only once at night. His wife told me, "You gave me my husband back. He finally has energy again." This is what I call strategic hydration. It's not just how much you drink, but when you drink. The goal is to take in at least 70% of your fluids before 6 p.m. That way your prostate and bladder stay hydrated, but your nights are uninterrupted. Research shows that men who adopt this simple timing strategy can reduce nighttime symptoms by up to 40%. Think about that, almost cutting your bathroom trips in half with one small adjustment. So ask yourself, are you drinking the right way, or are you unintentionally inflaming your prostate every single day? And hydration is just the beginning. Because even if you master this, there's another overlooked habit that quietly fuels prostate problems. And surprisingly, it has nothing to do with what you drink, but what you do after you eat. That's what we'll dive into next. Now that you know how to hydrate strategically, let's move on to the second habit one. That's so simple, most men dismiss it at first: walking after meals. I can already hear some of you thinking, "Dr. Morgan, how can something as ordinary as a walk really protect my prostate?" The answer is in more ways than you realize. Let me start with a story. A patient of mine, Thomas, age 68, came into my office frustrated. He was waking up 5 to 6 times every night. His bladder always felt half full, and he was constantly fatigued. He had already tried medication with little relief. After reviewing his lifestyle, I gave him one prescription, not a pill, but a practice: take a 10-15-minute walk after lunch and dinner. He looked at me like I was joking, but 2 weeks later, Thomas returned with a grin. "Doctor, I'm only getting up twice a night now. I feel like a new man." Why does something so simple work so well? It all comes down to circulation and inflammation. When you walk after a meal, your blood vessels open up, delivering oxygen-rich blood to your pelvic region, including your prostate. Think of your prostate like the engine in your car. If the oil doesn't circulate properly, friction builds and the engine overheats. In your body, poor circulation fuels inflammation, which worsens enlargement and urinary symptoms. But light walking is like turning on the pump. It keeps everything flowing smoothly. And that's not all. Walking after meals also stabilizes your blood sugar. This is crucial because poorly controlled blood sugar is strongly linked to prostate problems. High glucose fuels inflammation, damages blood vessels, and disrupts hormones. In fact, research published in the journal Diabetes and Metabolic Syndrome showed that men with poor glucose control had more severe urinary symptoms and faster prostate growth. Here's another benefit: walking after meals reduces overall body-wide inflammation. A study in the Journal of Inflammation Research found that just 15 minutes of light walking after eating significantly lowered inflammatory markers in older adults. That's like flipping off the inflammation switch not only in your prostate, but also in your heart joints and even your brain. Now, I'm not asking you to power walk or sweat. The goal isn't exercise intensity, it's movement consistency. Just 10 to 15 minutes at a comfortable pace after lunch and dinner is enough. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't even need a gym. All you need is to put one foot in front of the other. And here's a bonus: walking after dinner improves digestion, reduces bloating, and helps you sleep more soundly. And as we've already seen, better sleep equals better prostate health. So here's my challenge to you. Tonight, instead of sitting down on the couch after dinner, go for a short stroll around your block. Then come back to this video tomorrow and type in the comments 1 if you tried it, 0 if not yet. I want to know how many of you are taking action today. Hydration and walking may sound basic, but together they're powerful. And yet there's still one more daily habit that might surprise you even more. It has to do with intimacy hormones and the quality, not just the quantity, of your sexual health. And what I'm about to share may completely change the way you think about protecting your prostate. We've talked about hydration. We've talked about walking. Now let's turn to the third habit, one that many men are shy to discuss, but it's absolutely critical for prostate health: intimacy. For decades, doctors believed that frequent ejaculation through sex or masturbation was always beneficial for the prostate. In fact, a landmark Harvard study that followed over 30,000 men for 2 decades found that those who ejaculated around 21 times a month had up to a 33% lower risk of prostate cancer. That study made headlines and shaped medical thinking for years. But here's what newer science tells us: not all forms of sexual activity are equal. Partnered intimacy and solo stimulation may both lead to ejaculation, but their effects on your body, especially your prostate, are very different. Let me explain. When you engage in partnered intimacy, your body experiences a powerful cascade of positive effects. Your brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Cortisol, your stress hormone, drops. Blood circulation in your pelvic floor improves. And your prostate benefits from relaxation and reduced inflammation. All of this creates a protective environment for your urinary system and your hormones. Masturbation, on the other hand, does not provide the same hormonal and emotional balance. In fact, when it becomes excessive or purely habitual, it can lead to pelvic floor tension and irritation of the prostate. A 2016 study published in BJU International found that older men who relied heavily on frequent solo stimulation were more likely to report urinary tract symptoms than men who maintained partnered intimacy. Let me give you an example from my practice. A patient of mine, George, age 72, came to me complaining of worsening urgency and weak flow. He admitted that after his wife passed, he relied mostly on solo stimulation. While it gave temporary relief, it did not help his symptoms long term. We worked on strategies to address both his pelvic health and his emotional well-being, encouraging gentle intimacy when he entered a new relationship, along with pelvic floor relaxation techniques. Within months, his urinary comfort improved, and his confidence as a man returned. Think of it this way: sex with a partner is like a balanced meal. It nourishes your body on many levels. Masturbation is more like a snack. It can take the edge off, but it doesn't give you the same full nutrition. Occasional snacks are fine. But for long-term health, you need the meal. Now, I want to be clear, occasional masturbation is not harmful. But the idea that more ejaculations, no matter how, are always better is outdated. What matters most is the quality of intimacy, connection, relaxation, circulation, not just the count. So if you have a partner, maintaining intimacy is one of the best gifts you can give your prostate. If you don't talk with your doctor about pelvic floor exercises, safe therapies to boost circulation, and ways to support your emotional health. Intimacy comes in many forms, but your prostate thrives most when it's part of a balanced, connected life. And remember, these 3 habits, hydration, walking, and intimacy, don't work in isolation. Their real power comes when they work together, forming a shield that protects not only your prostate, but your independence, energy, and dignity. In our final section, I'll recap the key lessons and give you a simple challenge you can start today. Because the truth is, it's never too late to take control of your prostate health. We have covered a lot today, so let us bring it all together. Your prostate may be small, but its impact on your daily life is enormous. And the good news is this: you are not powerless. Even after 60, you can make choices that protect this vital gland, reduce frustrating symptoms, and restore your energy and confidence. Let us quickly review the 3 habits that can change everything. Habit 1: strategic hydration. Not just drinking more water, but drinking it at the right times. Fill up during the morning and afternoon, taper off after dinner. This simple shift reduces bladder irritation, prevents concentrated urine from inflaming your prostate, and cuts down those exhausting nighttime bathroom trips. Habit 2: walking after meals. 10 to 15 minutes of light walking after lunch and dinner boosts circulation to your pelvic region, reduces inflammation, stabilizes blood sugar, and even improves digestion. It is one of the simplest and most powerful ways to protect your prostate and your whole body. Habit 3: quality intimacy. Do not focus only on the number of ejaculations. Focus on the quality of your sexual health. Partnered intimacy improves hormone circulation and emotional well-being in ways solo stimulation cannot always match. Occasional masturbation is fine, but true protection for your prostate comes from balanced connection and relaxation. Now here is the bigger picture. These habits do not work in isolation. They are most powerful when combined. Think of them like 3 legs of a stool. Take one away, and the balance is shaky. Use all 3, and you build a stable foundation for prostate health independence and vitality. And remember, these habits are just the starting point. For complete prostate care, you should also eat a diet rich in tomatoes, cruciferous vegetables, and healthy fats. Maintain a healthy weight to reduce hormonal imbalances. Control blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol. And never skip your annual checkups. A simple PSA blood test and exam can detect problems early when they are easiest to treat. I want to leave you with a challenge. Take out a piece of paper or even grab a sticky note and write down these 3 habits. 1. Hydrate smart before 6 p.m. 2. Walk after lunch and dinner 3. Prioritize quality intimacy. Post it somewhere you will see every day: your fridge, your bathroom mirror, or your nightstand. Let it be a daily reminder that you are taking control of your health, one small habit at a time. I have seen men in their 70s and 80s adopt these changes and transform their lives. Fewer nighttime trips, better sleep, stronger energy, and renewed confidence. And if they can do it, so can you. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe to this channel for more practical evidence-based advice on men's health after 50. And in the comments, tell me which of these 3 habits will you start today. Your answer might inspire another man to take action too. And before we close, let me remind you this video is for educational purposes only. It does not replace medical advice. Every man's body is unique. If you are experiencing pain, significant changes, or have personal concerns, please consult with your healthcare provider. Your well-being deserves personalized care.